So, the main question at hand is how can you avoid getting bored with your iPhone? iPhones are amazing, I love them a lot, but over time, people can go ahead and just get bored of them just by using them over and over again. I know personally for me, I kind of get bored of my iPhone too. So, I want to break down a few ways on how you can avoid getting bored with your iPhone over time. The very first thing I would recommend doing though is keeping your iPhone updated as often as you can. Now, you do not have to install the betas, the next version of software. In fact, I would strongly recommend you to avoid installing the next version of the betas. Stick with the latest version of software. But if you're currently on iOS 15, even if you're on an earlier version of iOS 16, you're kind of doing yourself a disservice. I would recommend updating your phone to the latest version of official software available. Do not install iOS 17. It's not even that big of a change from iOS 16.5.1. So just stick with the current version of software that you're on, but update your phone to the most official version of software that's available. And I would highly recommend doing that. That is a quick way of getting the most out of your iPhone and avoid getting bored with your iPhone in general. Now, another thing, basically all the other things with your iPhone in terms of getting bored with it, is usually when you're looking at the same thing over and over again. The greatest thing about iOS 16 is that we have the ability of basically editing up our lock screen. So what I would recommend doing, and the easiest way to kind of get a kind of sense of revivement from your iPhone, is by choosing different lock screens and actually changing up your wallpapers on your iPhone. I do have a link in the description with all the wallpapers that I'm even showing here. So you can go to that link and you can see all the wallpapers. I loved some of these wallpapers that I was able to find. So all you're going to have to do is go and basically add a new wallpaper. So go ahead and click the plus button on your lock screen. Now, when you update your iPhone, Apple does end up bringing a few wallpapers here and there. I don't know which ones they kept on iOS 16. I know they have some of these Pride ones that are pretty nice. So what I'd recommend doing is updating your iPhone and then going through and actually customizing and or adding a new wallpaper. And that's a really awesome thing that you can do to kind of get a sense of like, oh, this is like a new feeling of an iPhone. It's something that's really awesome, just like this wallpaper that's really cool. You can go ahead and choose different widgets. I mean, iOS 16 has lots and lots of cool features built in. So I'd recommend going through, and this is easily one of the best ways you can go ahead and kind of get a sense of like revivement from your iPhone without having to go ahead and like buy another iPhone. You can just make your iPhone feel almost new again by changing up the wallpaper. Now, another thing that I think is actually super cool is actually the ability of changing your app icons. Now, there's not a native way to do it here, but you can do some sort of a workaround within Siri shortcuts. So the first thing you're going to want to do, and you don't have to do this if you don't want to, but it is kind of nice because it gives you a sense of like a customized iPhone experience. You can go ahead and search up a specific app icon that you want. So let's say we want to change our App Store icon. What we can do is we can go and type in App Store icon aesthetic on Google, and what will happen is we'll get a couple of these images. So all you're going to want to do is find an image of an app icon that you want to change to. In this case, we'll just go ahead and download this specific image. And that's kind of grainy. Let's go and choose this one. This one looks really nice. So what we can do is we can go and hold this icon down, save to photos, and then what we can do is we can make our way over to Siri shortcuts. So once we're in Siri shortcuts, what we want to do is we want to click on the plus button if we're on our shortcuts page. Click on the plus button up here. And what we can do, if you give me a second, I don't know why it's taking so long, you want to add the open app action. You can also search for it if you just want to search for it here. But in this case, we already have it here, so we can just click there. And what we want to do is we want to click Open App, and we can choose the App Store. So click in the App Store like this. I don't know why it's not working this time. And then when you have that, you want to click on the Share button that's at the bottom. So click on the Share button, and you want to click Add to Home Screen, which is right there. So when you're here, you want to click on that app icon that's right there. You want to go ahead and choose Photo, and then you can just bring in that photo that we just kind of downloaded earlier, and you can click Choose. And you can delete the name of that app icon, and you can just type in the actual name of that app icon right there. So in this case, we would do App Store, click Add, and watch what happens. That app icon, once we click out of here, will actually be right there, and you will see the app icon looks much different than what it looks like right here. So now what you can do is when you click on it, it'll take you right here, and it's honestly a very cool thing. It's much quicker on iOS 17. You're still getting these annoying shortcut pop-ups, but that's another cool thing that we have within iOS 17 or just in iOS in general. So you can do that with all your apps, and it would honestly give you a much better experience or a newer refreshed experience than what you had before. So that pretty much covers it up. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.